Cargo Cars Direct. Let's spend some time today with one of the most athletic sport utilities to prowl the road. This is the 2006 Porsche Cayenne Turbo. Under the hood of the Cayenne Turbo, you're going to find Porsche's 4.5-liter V8 engine. Now, this is a twin turbocharged V8 engine. It makes 450 horsepower. It's routed to a 6-speed automatic transmission, which is in turn routed to all 4 wheels. This car is incredibly capable on the track. Please don't underestimate that. I mean, it's still a Porsche by all means. You can take a on-ramp and off-ramp with the best of them. You can put 5 people in to do so. Let's take a walk around it because this thing is in exceptional condition. Let's take a walk around the Cayenne to highlight the condition. I could take lessons from this previous owner, even myself in the condition, because I don't know where the heck they could have driven if this car is still in such unreal original condition. I mean, the front end has, I can't even call them stone chips. I mean, they're such tiny, tiny, light little, just even saying a nick would probably be putting too much emphasis on it, but the front end is in absolutely excellent shape. Xenon headlamps up front along with front and rear park assist. This car did not come from the factory with a set of 20-inch wheels, but I think anybody that's had a Cayenne Turbo would understand that this is the best way to go. So we did order a brand new set of 20-inch wheels. We also have a brand new set of 20-inch tires on here. They're 275/40 R20s all the way around. But it's a black car. You can actually see the reflection all the way down, but everything's uniform. No damage to speak of. The paint almost looks wet. The car is so clean. The exhaust tips, very, very clean as well. You got all proper badging in the rear Cayenne Turbo with the rear end. There's not even scratches. Usually the silver plinth on the bumper there will get scratches. Nothing there, and then on the passenger side, I apologize. It's stunning. You cannot tell the car apart from new. It's a neat design for the rear of the Turbo. Obviously got a glass hatch, just reach over with smaller objects. Got a power release here. Shows you got a low step-in height. This does have a height adjustable suspension, so you can actually lower it to an access height. This is what I call a dog cage. I don't know, whatever you use it for, But you got the cargo cover, just comes right up over there. And if you look below the floor here, you're gonna find an unused spare with full tires and equipment. Little prop there. Over on the kick panel here, we've got the Porsche 6-disc CD changer with the cartridge right in there. Look across the front seats in this Cayenne Turbo. I mean, there's no wear at all. I can't fault this from condition at all, but there's not even, people usually will fall off of the seat to get out of the truck and wrinkle the bolster here, but there's none of that. 3-position memory. You've got dual power seats up front, but the step-in height, nice and simple. I actually stepped down into this car, and I'm only a 6-footer. But power tilt and telescope steering wheel, and everything in the Turbo, from the Alcantara headliner to the leather stitched dashboard, everything is just absolute top quality. We've got an automatic setting for the Xenons up front, but this steering wheel, it's leather wrapped, very high quality leather, multi-function. You do have Tiptronic shift buttons on here that are essentially an override for the shifter down here. But great layout. The gauges are somewhat uniform to the Porsche model, but this LCD readout is unique to the Turbo model, which is nice. It's a multifunctional display with a bunch of information as far as your suspension settings. Anything that the car feels it needs to communicate with you is going to come right through there. Here you can see you got heated seats for the 2 front passengers. It's 5 settings there. PSM here, this is Porsche Stability Management. That button there will turn it off, but below here you're going to find the override for the 6-disc CD changer in the rear that's paired to an unbelievable Bose sound system. You do have a subwoofer in the rear as well, but factory navigation system here. Taking a look down here, you're going to find dual zone climate control. You've got it for each of the outboard front passengers. You've got what you can coin your own phrase for these handles here, but you got a pretty simple shifter here for the 6-speed. Just pop it right into drive and it acts like any other 6-speed automatic, but you do have an override. You can shift it as a manual if you choose to over here. You pull back to downshift, push forward to upshift. You could also use the Tiptronic buttons right on the steering wheel to actuate the same. One piece of equipment that is standard on the Turbo that's a big option on the S model, which is the step below, is the height adjustable suspension. You've got 5 height settings, including a loading access, and then also 3 settings for ride comfort. You got comfort, normal, and sport. There's a distinct difference between those 3. You really have to feel them to describe them. And then over here, you've got your transfer case that'll take you from high range to low range if you choose to do some off-roading. As you'd expect, the back seat's ample roomy in here. I'm a 6-footer. Obviously, I'm sitting straight up here. Got optional side window shades, which is great for small children. If you take a look back here, you've got heated seats for both rear occupants on the outboard sides. And then above my head, probably my favorite feature of this interior is this gigantic panoramic moonroof. How cool. Here's a cool thing about a luxury sport utility. You can put this car in first manually, just hit the Tiptronic button down. Otherwise it's going to start in second. But even in the sport mode, you just press this thing, launch, and the turbo spool on. Unreal. Unreal. I mean, this is no lightweight. This is a big truck, but the responses are very Porsche-like. The steering's very direct, but it's even a little bit light. Not in a bad way. You don't lose anything in the way of feedback. When you really push it, it does tighten up. It is a variable assist steering, but very soft here. I put in the comfort mode. We're going to hit a speed bump here. That sounds solid. Let me just float over it. And then watch this here. This is the difference in sport. Here's another speed bump. You'll feel this. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it's a big, big difference. But this is a hell of a truck. You really can't get more performance out of any other truck that you can buy. The Jeep SRT8 is the only thing that really compares, but that thing has nothing in the way of luxury and comfort in the way that this does. Plus, it's a Porsche. As they say, there is no substitute. Off the line, this thing's a brute. Shut it down there. It's as fast as I'm going to be able to take it right now. That's an awesome feeling, and to know you don't have to sacrifice that for any utility. It's really what makes the recipe of a Porsche Cayenne Turbo really the proper truck for any real gearhead. And you know, they do say Porsche, there is no substitute. If you've ever driven a Porsche, owned a Porsche, or really truly spent time in something like a 911, this truck would not disappoint you, because you kind of understand what goes into these cars. They really are different than any other kind of car. That's why when people say, oh, I don't like Porsche, I say, well, it's because you've never really experienced it. They really are something. With 450 horsepower on tap, you can imagine the Cayenne Turbo's got a lot of thrust, but you know, just to give you an idea, we always like to showcase the acceleration of these particular cars, but I'm going to go ahead and hit it now. And you can put 5 people in here, you got 4-wheel drive, navigation, heated seats, and you can still do that. And this will run with some of the best sports cars out there. Well, I guess our keen-eyed viewers will notice I'm wearing different clothes than I was in virtually the entire video. I love this thing so much, I took it home last night, made sure it was a great car for the next owner, and it's awesome. It really is awesome. It's a brand new truck. If you blindfolded yourself and didn't look at the odometer, it is a brand new truck. I do have some great information here. I've got a copy of the AutoCheck history report. It is a one-owner car. It was, actually we purchased it from a Porsche dealer. It was a trade towards an 09 Cayenne Turbo. So obviously they like their Cayennes. On the flip side, just one registration event and a couple years of ownership there. I do have the original window sticker here. We did install these 20s. It came to us with 18-inch wheels on it. Didn't have any of the options. We do know the 20-inch wheels are the most in demand, so obviously these cars sell better with them. So we put these on, but you've got MSRP before the wheels of $99,060. So the wheels even add to that. But you can check out pictures of this Cayenne. You'll find a lot of pictures. We're changing our website this week, but it could be 60, it could be 70, it could be 80, I don't know. But check us out online at chicagocarsdirect.com. Check out our entire YouTube channel. You'll find it at youtube.com/chicagocarsdirect, where you'll see footage of all of our other inventory. But thanks for spending some time with us. This thing is pretty awesome. It's going to stay here because I don't think a car in this condition needs to be moving anywhere. But thanks for spending some time with us, and we'll see you soon.